Well, I was proud of our fight in the second half. We got 9 straight defensive stops, cut their 19-point lead down to 5, and then we had consecutive possessions that we really could have made the game interesting last 3 minutes. But credit Alabama, you know, they made 12 threes, they shot 81% from the free throw line, so they made big shots when they needed to.
Questions for the players, please.
Saben, you can make progress without winning. What kind of progress do you think you guys made in this game compared to the last few losses?
I mean, definitely getting defensive stops. I mean, getting 9 straight stops in a collegiate basketball game is definitely tough to do. So I feel like that was definitely a good thing. Just progress on the defensive end.
Matt, was there one thing somebody said or did that you think finally got you guys on a roll there in the second half?
It was just when we could get stops, and then we got out in transition a couple times too, so that gets us going. But getting 9 stops in a row was the catalyst for our run, and I think we cut it to 5, and that was as close as we got. But getting stops and getting down in transition were the 2 keys for us during that run.
Saben, they play hard, they're physical, they're big inside, they block shots. How much of a challenge are they to get off good looks inside? Because it just didn't seem like there were a lot of easy things to convert there.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely tough getting shots at the rim. They had number 0 around the rim a lot, trying to just alter shots. But that's why we were trying to do a lot of kickouts. But yeah, just take what you did.
Any more for the guys?
Saben, when you've had the same athletic director since you got here, he retires, and obviously the tragedy yesterday, what was the reaction of student athletes that knew him?
I mean, for me, it was just disbelief at first. It's definitely a tragic name to hear that news. But then it just gives you new perspective on life. I think it definitely changed my perspective on life. And just other things that weren't putting basketball, just putting things in perspective.
Any more? Okay, thanks fellas, appreciate it.
Bryce, you've been pretty good at defending the 3 most of the year. Did they take advantage of something you did defensively tonight, or just tip your cap to a good shooting night too?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, they definitely shot the ball really well from 3. A couple times we didn't close out as fast as we should have. Had some shooters, and especially Norris, you know, hit some big ones, you know, late in that game to really seal it for them.
You guys got rebounded by 11. What do you think kind of went wrong on the last?
You know, very disappointed in that. That has been a priority for us in the last 2 weeks, especially at practice. You know, we're taking time and competing every day at rebounding and hitting guys to get used to it. And last game we out-rebounded Arkansas, and we knew tonight we were going to have to rebound the basketball. And you know, with our margin right now for error, you know, we can't give up 11 offensive rebounds. So that was a big point of emphasis in our locker room right now. And we'll be back at it Monday. We'll be hitting people boxing out. And I think you take Riley Norris as a great example. You know, probably one of the least athletic guys on the court, and he led the game in rebounding with 12 because he went and found bodies, and then he went and attacked the ball. And that's something that we have to do, not just one game, we got to do it every game and build that as a habit.
Bryce, foul shooting, I know you guys practice it, but you only have a limited amount of time, so you do that more, you do something else less. How do you handle that? You expect guys to do it more on their own? What do you do as a coach?
You know, let me take a positive side to it. You know, the last couple of years, you know, teams that we've had, we couldn't get to the free throw line for anything. You know, now we're getting to the free throw line a lot. But the problem is, you know, it's momentum destroyers when we're on runs and we get front ends and we miss, or we get 2 and we miss them both, or we split them. And again, our margin just is not big, and we work that hard to get to the rim and get fouled. We have to make the other team pay. And again, 61%, it's just not good enough. And we talk to the guys, you know, about again, that's rebounding and free throws. Those are things we can control. Like, we can control those, and those are things that we have to get better at.
Matt talked about getting out of transition. You guys expected to be a team that could run this year. Is this a good lesson to the guys? Like, look, if you play defense, you can get the kind of chances you're looking for.
You know, we scored probably the most in that stretch. We got 9 stops because we got out in transition. You know, our defense was good enough. We held them to, you know, 40%, 41%, and that should be good enough to win a basketball game. The problem again was the offensive rebounds, and we had basically 7 more free throws, the same points from the free throw line. And so, you know, those are areas with the offensive rebounds and the free throws, you know, that really made the difference in the game.
What did they do to stop Aaron? He only had 6 points, had 6 shots. I mean, he's been such a key part of your offense.
You know, we've really ridden Aaron hard the last 3 weeks, you know, in games, and he's played at an extremely high level. He's been a little under the weather here these last, you know, 5 days or so, but he's so competitive. You know, he never wants to come out of the game. And I was pleased that he had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and no turnovers, despite not shooting the ball as well as he would like to have shot it. So, you know, I'm not worried about Aaron bouncing back. Once he starts to feel a little bit better, I think we'll see what we saw, you know, the last few weeks from him.
Coach, in a couple of stretches, one in the first half and the second half, you're about 5 or 7 minute, you know, scoring droughts or field goal droughts. What happens in those little spurts where your teams kind of can't find anything to get to the net?
Yeah, you know, I think that's a sign first. You know, you're playing a good defensive team is they try to put you through those lulls. You know, as I go back and watch a film, you know, we only had 11 turnovers again, which is good enough to win. You know, 11 is good. So, you know, I would say some of that is you know, we missed throwing in the post a couple times that we could have. We had a couple careless turnovers when we had them on our back that we just got to release and catch the ball. And that's stuff that we're working on in practice, you know, demanding the ball in the post, not letting guys get around and post feeding. And so I think if we connect on a couple of those plays, hopefully those droughts, you know, don't exist.
Some of the guys, Aaron notably, seem very frustrated with the officiating at points tonight. How do you sort of calm them down and make sure that they're not going to react, that they can keep their confidence?
Yeah, you know, I think it's more just him excited, you know, that he's about to get a steal and go down the other end. And again, these are, you know, teenagers. You know, we're talking about the guys leading us out there are 18, 19-year-old. Aaron's not even 20 right now. And so, you know, they want to win. And we get momentum like that, they just get really excited. So I don't see frustration on his part. I just see more a willingness to really want to win and just upset that, you know, he didn't get the steal and go down the other end and score.
Bryce, on what I asked Saben about David, you worked with him behind closed doors and all that. What kind of guy was David?
You know, he was, you know, I've been asked that question a lot lately, and he was just a tremendous man. Like, what he stood for in college athletics is truly what I believe college athletics is about, and how he's affected, you know, student athletes at this school. You know, it's life-changing for many of the people that have been here as student athletes. And so, you know, his legacy will continue through his family, but it's also going to continue through a lot of student athletes that will be here that saw more than just the competition. You know, it was about graduating. It was about, you know, helping people in the community. It was about giving back and about obviously represent Vanderbilt to the best of your ability. So, you know, it was definitely shocking, but, you know, I think we're all a little bit better people because of our time with them.
Did you talk to the team at all about trying to give the Vanderbilt community something to feel good about today, or let's win one for David, or anything like that?
You know, we talked about it as a team yesterday when we found out the news. You know, a lot of these, you know, young men have known him for years, and so it's been, you know, difficult on a few of our guys that have been closer to him. But, you know, we kind of talked yesterday as a team about it, and we left it at that. Let guys talk it out loud and talk through some things.